Hey, I'm Aldyn, and in this video, I'm talking about how healing trauma, especially childhood trauma, can really help you attract the life you desire, including a union with your twin flame and really like living an abundant life as well. So, yeah, like my personal experience with this has been that the more I found places where I was, I guess, like devaluing myself based on beliefs that I had that I was, I guess, like kind of programmed to believe as a kid, um, the the more that I was able to switch those around, and I continue to do this, right? Um, as anything arises, but yeah, like you just switch it around with the mirror exercise. So you find the upset, like maybe suddenly, someone in the store is telling you to move, and it reminds you of your mom as a kid, telling you to hurry up, and you're upset. And so you can use the mirror exercise for that. And it's like, okay, so I'm upset at my mom for telling me to hurry up when I was a kid. I'm upset at myself for telling myself to hurry up. You find where that's true within you, how that feels true, and it always will, because there's always something being mirrored to you. So maybe if you didn't pinpoint the upset quite right, it might take you a little bit like deeper, but just pinpoint the feeling that the mirroring effect is bringing into you, and use the words to help guide you. And then you find that place within yourself, like, oh yeah, indeed, I am telling myself to hurry up here, and it really doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel compassionate. I see this part of myself that I'm like, shutting out. And then you can ask this part of yourself what they need to feel loved right now. And they might just need a hug. They might just need a lot of love. They might need support. They might need you to promise you'll never yell at them again. So you just give them the feeling and the love of, from that feeling of what it is that they really need to fully connect and then integrate back into your whole complete self. And so once you've given that feeling entirely to them, they're ready to come back and integrate into you. And it doesn't need to take a long time to do the mirror exercise. You can just spend a moment loving yourself, or it might take you, I don't know, like 10 minutes or even half an hour as you get the hang of it. But yeah, like the best place is to learn about the mirror exercise is in Twin Flames, Finding Your Ultimate Lover, book by Jeff and Shalia. It's right here. Yeah, that's in the links below too. And I have some earlier videos where I write it out and everything and do it. So if you want to check those out, you also can, and see, the results of what happens when I do that. But it's a really profound exercise, spiritual tool, and so it helps you to, what do I want to say, like, to really, like, get the law of attraction going. It's like, the law of attraction is really great, but if you don't, like, fully get why it's not all lining up for you, it's like, I keep on having this positive thought, I swear there's no lack in my thought, but the thing's not coming to me. Yeah, there's probably something within you, there's an upset that if you use the mirror exercise, like, there's no conflict with using the mirror exercise with the law of attraction or with meditating or anything else. So you might as well, right? And so it's very effective for healing childhood trauma. The other thing I really suggest is the mind alignment process. And also we'll put a link for that below, and that's really effective if you have any childhood trauma that you're just not really like clearing. It keeps coming up. It might be like sexual trauma is like something that's very hard to heal completely otherwise, or anything traumatic. Like, you don't need to have had something really terrible on the outside have happened to you. You know, I think sometimes like we think that if something doesn't make for like, I don't know if I want to say a good story, but like a intense story, then maybe it wasn't true, or maybe it didn't really traumatize you. But yeah, I invite you to look deeper at that, because sometimes that's ego actually kind of keeping you away from healing yourself. And that's my personal experience that, you know, I'm speaking from too, is like, oh, you know, that's not that bad, or I healed it, and it's fine. If you really did heal that layer of it, it might not be revealed to you until later that you actually want to go deeper there, into that place. And maybe it's not compassionate for you to kind of feel all the way into that yet, because you haven't healed whatever your next step is. So I guess like, just don't be upset at yourself because you didn't heal something 10 years ago that happened in your childhood that you've been living with for the last 10 years. And you're like, why didn't I, like, you know, do more about that? So yeah, it's never like appropriate to be hard on yourself about like healing your trauma. It's different from being self-disciplined, right? And from fully embracing your commitment to heal yourself, because this is your commitment to your union. So if you really want a union and you want harmonious union with your twin flame, then you want to go all in with healing. And I think that there's this lie in consciousness that that's impossible, but that's the whole twin flame ascension journey is about completely healing. So if you think that that's impossible, then you must also think that your ascension is impossible, or that you're like you can't ascend, but other people can. And ascension, you know, it's not about like growing angel wings and flying above everyone else and swooping down and putting fairy dust on them with your twin flame. Once you ascend, and in that final moment, you know, you will be riding a unicorn with ice cream. You know, okay, like it's just a very natural process, because your natural state is to be, well, for one thing, with your twin flame in perfect union, and then also in perfect union with the divine. And so it's safe to recognize that full desire within, that desire for perfection, and that can also help you clear perfectionist blocks. And you might have picked up a lot of these in your childhood as well, or maybe not. Maybe you're someone who's not a perfectionist. Well, good for you. That's good. Or if you've already healed that, to whatever extent you've already healed that, that's also great. But a lot of times something that is holding you back from doing something is like waiting until you're going to be perfect at it. And so it's a self-sabotage thing that any kind of ego you're letting hang out in your consciousness will try to tell you. So that's one way that perfectionism can sabotage you. But you're also not a victim of your own perfectionist kind of block. So it's also really important, actually, like point when it comes to healing childhood trauma and how it helps you attract your union, is to fully be committed also to healing any kind of belief that you are a victim. And that can be really a tough one for a lot of people. And to be honest, like I've also had issues, not not like that I was trying to hold on to, right? Like I wasn't trying to hold on, like I want to be a victim. It's really gross, but I mean, sorry if that's you, that's okay, but I have compassion, but if you know that there's a place within you that's doing that, then please like go in and heal that for your own sake. You'll feel so much better and so relieved. But there might be places, I'm saying, where you just don't like fully, you kind of like numbed out to this pattern that's running because it might have come so heavily too from like maybe your parents or wherever, very often from one of your parents or both. And so like they may have also played victim, and have kind of tried to pass this to you in one way or another. And so yeah, it's safe to go deeper into looking at that. And you never want to feel like you're a victim of your reality. That feels so bad, like, oh, I don't, I'm just thrashing around here. How did I, why did I paddle out so far? And no, like this is not your life. And if it is, then you need help. And it's safe to receive that help. Like that's, like the society we live in is full of all kinds of help that you need. And so, yeah, if you're in any kind of situation, then, obviously like you need to receive that kind of help. But if you're in a more stable place, hopefully, then like you still want to like go deeper with investing in yourself. And a part of not being a victim is also going deeper with investment. And maybe it looks different for everyone, but ultimately like you do want to invest in your in healing your union. You do want to invest in healing yourself. Like it's safe to do that. And so also if you have trauma around about being invested in as a kid too, or something like along those lines, I really invite you to heal that, because you might like have defenses up, like why, I don't know, like why do healers charge and they could heal for free? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. That's not how everything is set up on earth anyway. Like that's not how we thrive, right? So like then you're, I guess, like not wanting to participate with life and the system. And the system is good. Like it's safe to invest in the good of you, and so like in giving, you're going to receive more. So you can, of course, invest your time and your energy, but then at some point you're also going to want to invest also, your resources, your money, and I don't know, other resources too, into going deeper. And it's safe to do that and to take that next step. And you could think about like energetically what that really means and how powerful making that choice is for you. Like how you would want that for your child self too, to go deeper with like fully loving them, so that love is meant for you as an adult. Because actually you don't really get to be a fully mature adult if you haven't like healed stuff from your childhood. Then you're still like living as a child that doesn't feel properly cared for in some place. And so as you heal that and come into deeper peace, your foundation, including your psychological foundation, is so much stronger, and you just feel better. You feel like you can handle anything. Between that and the mirror exercise, like it's like you don't need to cling on to anxiety or I guess ego. You don't need to hold on to any kind of bad feeling to try to protect you from receiving, because in truth the only thing you can receive is source, is love. And you don't ever actually like receive anything outside of that, and like attack is not real. So there's just lessons to work through, and as you go deeper with completely embracing that truth, you're able to ascend, right? Like you're able to completely like live off of your foundation of love and expand that peace. And it feels really good, and it's very attractive to your twin flame, and it's also very attractive to your true abundance. Like you're attracting, for one thing, you're attracting your life purpose to you. You already have the desire within you, but you're attracting like the experience of it. You're attracting the situations that you need to have set up for you to take next steps, for you to receive your abundance. And same thing with your twin flame journey. You're attracting the experiences. You're attracting your twin flame into your reality. You're attracting, I don't know, like a place that you live in where you and your twin flame can live together. You're attracting more abundance for, for the next thing for you and your twin flame. Like wherever you're at in your union, or in separation, you're always able to attract that next thing as you go deeper with healing. But the thing is also to allow upheaval to happen. And so as you heal, you are going to experience upheaval. You're going to experience the rooting out, the leaving of the thing, the belief, the separation consciousness, the stuff you don't want is going to leave. And you're gonna sometimes feel it on the way out. Just like any other detoxing thing, or like system of detox, you detox through your skin, through your bowels, through whatever, all the ways, right? That's like the physical detox. And sometimes you might have those symptoms a little bit, but don't worry about that. Like you can actually just make the choice to have easy upheaval. But also what I'm getting at is that upheaval is like a spiritual kind of like exiting or detox, you could say. And it's permanent. You already made the choice. You just let the thing that you healed go. And it's like, you just kiss it goodbye. I mean, or hold on, kiss it, but that's just an expression. So yeah. It's safe to let the bad feeling go, and it's okay if you feel it on the way out. And if something doesn't feel good, but you're not actually upset or feeling like you need to like heal anything, and you just healed something big, the chances are you're just in upheaval, and it's just time to probably nurture yourself. Maybe, make sure that you have a nice, good snack, meal, sit down and watch something, or even work on something that feels good to you. Do something creative, go for a walk, take a nap if you need to. And so yeah, it's safe to fully heal, and it's safe to release these things fully from your life. And then on the other side of that, when this process is completed for each thing that you heal, I mean, it's not like you heal one thing and you heal another thing all the time, but it's like there's no big or small block. You just do things as they come up, and you see how it goes, and it's always taking you deeper on a bigger level into union. And so yeah, you just keep on healing those blocks. The blocks aren't real. They're just illusions, so it's safe to completely heal them and not to give them power. And as you do that and you clear that way, then you've got all that space to really fully attract what you actually desire in your life, and to not have those, you're not plugging in your energy into those patterns that are just leaking away your energy and keeping you away from what you actually want to experience. And what you're meant to experience, you are really meant to receive all of your good, not just some of it. But that is also up to you, because you are a divine being with choice. And in truth, there really is just, aligning yourself to divine consciousness. But you can experience yourself doing that, or you can kind of have it the hard way and not do that. But why would you do that, right? So just choose to love yourself and go deeper with healing now. And it's safe to heal your childhood trauma one step at a time. And if something comes back up that you already thought you healed, don't worry, it's just the next layer. It definitely does not mean that you didn't already heal it. It's just that there's something else there, and so that's actually a good thing, because you always want to go deeper. So just also keep that in mind, and always practice radical compassion for yourself on this journey. And that also allows you to have radical compassion for all your brothers and sisters, and for your divine counterpart, for your twin flame, which is, what's really going to allow you to keep on harmonizing with them. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and definitely comment below if you have anything to say. I invite you to like and share, and definitely subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my videos. And check out all the links below. I have great resources for your twin flame journey. And I offer consultations and do readings, and also offer Ascension Coaching. And it's all in the links. So yeah, I hope that you take care, and I will see you again soon. Bye.